I had to stay. Oh, there we are. There we are. I had to stage. Victor, see how you doing. Victor, let me know. Can you hear me okay? How's the sound? How is the picture? I don't know how long this is going to last because it has been raining like crazy past couple of days here. I'm over at the apartment here. Me and General Luna. Good audio, good video. Cool. Thank you. Came over here the other day, and what's coming over today? Gail Johnson, how you doing? Welcome to the room, Gail. Thanks for joining. Victor C. Like, cool. Yeah, I don't know if the internet will kick out on me or not. I can't do anything, can't go anywhere. It's just raining. It's like raining cats and dogs. Y'all know that. John at My Little World, how are you doing? I have a tan. Hey, thank you. I the other week, when we went out on a little road trip, my nose got burnt real bad. I was peeling and everything. But yeah. It says there are 19 people in the room. Thanks for joining. I'll wait till a little bit. 22 people in the room. I'll wait a little bit. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second here. Excuse me. BT and Betty. Howdy, BT and Betty. How are things up your way? I don't know if you guys got rain up there or not. Eric D, hello to you, bro. You got to understand something. See, I'm watching. Wow. Like rainy season is different in the Philippines. Doing good. Not my train here. Yeah, like up in Luzon there, we were up there, what, 7, 8 years? We knew when the rainy season was. Some rainy seasons were like worse than others. And some were hard rain, you know what I'm saying? But down here, you come down to Mindanao. I guess you might as well say it's like traveling from, say, Philadelphia down to Florida. Weather's different. We're coming out of the rainy season within the next month or two, and I can't wait. It just, God, it's just rainy. But you know what? I'll take it any day over the cold. I'll take it any day over, being back in the States. You take the good with the bad, right? Yes, Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl champions. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles in the city of Philadelphia. I'm not in. Guys know I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm not. You got to understand something. When I was growing up, the Eagles sucked. They were terrible. And I was a Dallas fan, with Roger Staubach, Tony Dorsett, Ed Too Tall Jones, the beautiful, lovely cowboy cheerleaders, right? Just became an Eagles fan, or I smack my mouth. I became a Cowboys fan. Never changed up, but I'm glad. I'm glad the Eagles have got 2 Super Bowl champions now. The city definitely needed it, and they won it with a couple years ago against the Patriots. I was glad they won this one. But you know what? Still got a ways to catch up to the Cowboys when it comes to Super Bowls. The Eagles are at the bottom of the division when it comes to the amount of Super Bowl trophies they have. Dallas, number 1. All right. Giants, number 2. Redskins, yes, they are the Redskins. number 3, and the Eagles number 2. Just saying. Just saying. That's all. James K. Hello from Negros Island. How you doing, James? What's the weather in Negros? I said here it's raining. G. Brian, don't you miss shoveling snow? Dan P. No. Trying to think. Look came to the States. She came to America for a couple years. And when it snowed, she loved it. The first time it snowed, she was out there, putting her tongue up, catching snowflakes on her tongue, building a snowman. Loved it. Loved shoveling. I had a snowblower, but the last year we were there, my snowblower took a crap. So then we got a lot of snow that winter before we moved to the Philippines. We had to shovel it all. And at the end of that bad snow we had, she hated snow. But I think snow is beautiful. Where was that? New Orleans? They got to experience snow. Was it Texas also this past year? And that was just cool. They got to experience it. They never experienced it in their life, And, it was a mess. People didn't know how to drive in it, and the cities weren't prepared for it. I don't think they had snow plows, and I don't think they have snow trucks and salt and brine and all that other fun stuff. But they got to experience it. And I said I would love it for one time to snow in the Philippines so everybody can experience it, enjoy it. But the next day, sun comes out, melts overnight, and we're back to the beautiful weather. Uncle Frank, go Cowboys, go. Samuel says, hi, Brian. Keep it up, my friend. Thank you, Samuel. Yeah, no snow here in Vegas. We did get rain for the first time in 290 days. Wow. That's crazy. 290 days in a row with no rain? Wow. Upper 80s and partly cloudy, no rain, James says. Michael Crane, hey there. Michael from Kansas City, Missouri. Michael, thanks for joining the live stream. Kenny Dan says 24 degrees here in Dallas, Texas. Wow. Victor C says Philadelphia Eagles player Dallas Goddard, tight end 88. That's an NFL jersey for you. A Philly in the Philippines. A high-tech redneck. Hey, brother. No, Victor C. We're going back a couple years or whatever. You remember when, some of you guys remember, other people may not remember, you're new to the channel, but there was a time when a joke, and it was a joke, but people like to take jokes, they like to run with it, they like to twist words. Twist words is the key word there. They like to run with things, and it was a joke, and I said about Jergens, the Jergens boys, the Jergens. Somebody made a comment about Jergens, and I thought it was funny, and I made a comment about Jergens, and I said about Jergens. But don't the Eagles have a player Jergens? Something like that? That's the t-shirt I want. But I wouldn't wear it. Hang it up behind me. Right? Looks like you're going to rain a little more this week down there. Yeah. You just deal with it. This morning, Big T, I went out. I said, Lut's not with me. I came down here the other day. And this morning I left to go to one of the restaurants. I like to get a breakfast sandwich. And I got like not even 20 seconds down the road, a little bit of sprinkles and everything like that. Um, then all of a sudden it just started raining. I couldn't find nowhere to pull over. There was no awning, no building, no nothing to pull over. I'm soaking wet. By this time, I could find a place. I pulled over, and I pulled over, and where I stopped, it was a runoff from the roof. From the, from the roof, and it was just running onto my bike. But I jumped off the bike, grabbed my rain jacket. By that time, I was just soaking wet. It didn't matter. Threw my rain jacket on, and the key to riding in the rain, you got to put on glasses. I put on my sunglasses. Yeah, it's a little rough, but it beats getting raindrops pelting in your eyes when you're running down the road. Just take your time. I just take my time. I ride slow. Had my rain jacket on. You pay attention to the road, because here in General Luna, it seems like a lot of rain and water settles here, different places. So you got to watch out for the puddles. Got to where I got to go. My breakfast, took my jacket off and everything. But it just happens. It could be sunny and all of a sudden, boom, it rains. Are you, Eric D? I remember Philly. I've been a sub to your channel for many years, usually quiet. Just watch your channel. Eric D, thank you. Thank you for watching the channel. So you remember all that. Brian, I've been a Cowboys fan for a long time. Uncle Frank, I got an Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank, I have an Uncle Frank, right? He's old now. He married my grandmother's sister. So Aunt Janice married my Uncle Frank. GR, how's it going, GR? They're probably my oldest living relatives. I don't think they drive anymore. He was a school teacher, retired, bought a place down in Florida, retirement home, but kept his home back up in Pennsylvania. So he would run from fall down to Florida, come back in the spring. Then they just got old, sold their place in Florida. They're living back up in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I have an Uncle Frank, oldest, like I said, probably my oldest living relatives. I've never seen this much rain before. It's been months of this. Yeah. Mall and Dave, Philippines. Yeah. Yeah, it has been months. It has. Hope all is well in the jungle. All is well. GR. Are you trolling JLB with the title of the live stream? No. You know what? I don't even watch JLB. I used to watch him, back in the day, because you gotta understand something. Back in the day, there weren't as many vloggers out there. JLB was one who was out there. Some people like him, some people don't like him. He's taken jabs at me. I've taken jabs at him. You just let it go like water off a duck's back, right? But no, I don't even know what he's up to. I don't watch him. But which brings me to the subject at hand. Is the American dream a lie? I hang on a second, quick. Hang on. I gotta quick do something. Turn that off for a second. Be right back. All right. I first of all, is the American dream a lie? I don't know. Well, some people may think it's a lie. Uh, Louis, Lui, is American Dream dead? My group of friends from college and myself are over 30, and we all live at home with our parents. We all cannot have a stable job without getting laid off. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, when I was growing up, first of all, when I was growing up, we didn't have this. What you guys are looking at, what you guys are sitting behind, what what you guys have in your hands, we didn't have that. Um, you know, I don't think it wasn't until my 30. When I turned 30, was when I got a job working for the Department of Corrections. Right up to that point, I had many jobs. Let me go back. I think, of course, had a paper route. Right. I grew up in a middle class family. Right. I'm going to run with that slogan. I grew up in a middle class family. Anyways, moving on. But I did. We went out and we worked. I mean, I think my brother, he might have had a paper route. I had a paper route. We all worked. You know what I mean? Um, I worked at an ice house down the road. There were Mennonites that had a little ice house. They delivered ice. Intel Land, how are you doing? The new American dream, make the money and run. We worked. Um, Trying to think. I pumped gas. I worked at a printing factory. I worked at a quarry. Twice I worked at a quarry. I worked with a guy making hand bent willow furniture. Probably the coolest job I ever had. I worked in a factory. Um, I worked in a place that made, you know, how when you go to the grocery store and you'll see these little tubs of like homemade potato salad, homemade macaroni salad, desserts. They're in a plastic tub. I worked at a place like that. Trying to think. I don't know, but I worked at a bunch of places till I found the job. Oh, construction. I worked construction till I found like a job. I said to myself, I was working construction, a pipe fitter. We installed sprinkler systems. And I said to myself, I looked around one day and I said, man, look at all these dudes here. These older guys, they're all beat up, from working construction. There's got to be a better job, pays good money, good retirement, good benefits. My dad told me, go see Charlie Kroll. Charlie Kroll has passed away. God rest his soul. Go see him. He works in the Department of Corrections in Pennsylvania. Went and seen him. Got a job. Paid good. Tough environment. But it took me till 30 to find that job. I didn't go to college. I wasn't one of the people that I wasn't dirt poor. I couldn't get a grant from the government or whatever to get it, to go to college. My parents didn't have the money to send me to college. You know what I mean? We worked. But is it just there's no jobs out there? I don't know. I haven't been to America looking for jobs. Or is it I only want one job? I am only willing to take the job that I went to college for. Well, then that's your own fault. They say there's jobs. I'm not going to work for nothing less than X amount of dollars. That's your choice. But if there's jobs out there, you got to take them, right? But the American dream, I don't know how many millions of people came to the border of America to get into America to live that American dream. The American dream is still there. The reason I say this, I seen a video, and it was titled, "The American Dream is a Lie." I don't know. I don't think it is. And why would a person say the American dream is a lie when they're living the American dream? You know what I mean? If I'm a YouTuber and I'm a successful YouTuber, what I mean successful, you got a lot of subscribers, you get a lot of views, you're drawing in a lot of money. All right. I'm not drawing in a lot of money on my YouTube. I'm bringing in some money, but it's not my sole means of survival in the Philippines or anywhere. Successful YouTuber, 2 YouTubers. All right. Young. They have the ability to travel wherever they want to travel because of their channel, bringing in money, and good for them. But that's the American dream. You're living the American dream. You're living the American dream by being self-employed, by being able to travel wherever you want. That U.S. passport allows you to go to wherever you want as long as the passport is accepted in a country. So why would you say it's a lie when you're living that American dream? I don't get it. I don't get it. American Dream is a lie by Joe Biden. Is he even alive? Every time I think of him, I think of like Wake 'em at Bernie's, right? But I don't know what it's like as a young person. You know, technology has taken technology has taken things to a next level in life when it comes to a young person. There's many expats. I want to travel to the Gulf of America. You're right, Victor C. Many expats living in the Philippines because of technology. Now, in this area where we're at in General Luna area, there's a lot of expats. I don't know who's an expat who's living here, who is vacationing here. I don't know. I really don't know. When I sit somewhere, I ear hustle. You know, I call it ear hustling. I listen to people's conversations. I listen to what they say. And I can kind of listen and hear that they're living here or vacationing here. Where are they from? I don't know. But technology allows people to live wherever they want. Mike retired USN. I think I got that right. Damn, Skippy Brian, telling the truth. Got to take your dream on an alternative path, just the way it is now. Yeah. You know, well, a lot of you are my age. We didn't have all this technology, right? We worked. You know, some people went to college to get college degrees. They went on very successful in their jobs. Some people, I have a friend who went to college, 4 years he went to college, right? Got out of college, didn't even pursue the field he was studying in college, and started his own business as a roofer, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think technology opens up many, many possibilities. Jobs were created because of technology. You know what I mean? Uh, Louis says, I'm in IT. I was working remotely in the Philippines. I was paid 100 USD for an apartment in Zamboanga City and paid 30 pesos for a jeepney ride to the city. Best experience. Yeah, that's something that you could do. That's something you can do. Those people that retired to the Philippines prior to technology, right? Uh, or even now, uh, people my age and stuff, we built a retirement, and then we came here. Um, or you're rich, or you inherited some big money, trust fund babies. You know, there's many reasons. Uh, at a young age, years ago, you could be here. Um, there are some people I see. I don't even know what they do. There were people that I knew that guys. I don't know if you can remember. Hang on a second. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if you remember years ago. There was a guy named Tang. Tang was his name. I think he used to run with a kid named So Yummy Kaye, something like that, years ago. Like when I first started, when I first came to the Philippines, Tang was his name. He was a young guy, right? Always drinking. Oh, you know, like stayed at. I think he lived in one of the condos, and but I found out he. I don't even know what the heck happened to this dude. Um, his parents, from what I was told from a very reliable source who knew him, his parents were very well to do doctors. I forget what it was, but he was such an embarrassment to the family, right? His family paid him to stay away and live in another country, right? So I was told. So he had this young kid, you know, his parents are forking all this money to him to stay away. And that's how he got to live here. Yeah. Jim Grady says, as long as I have good internet, I can day trade from anywhere in the world. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You know, those that say the American dream is a lie, with all that's going on in America now, like it, don't like it, whatever. All I got to say is, I don't care who you are. I don't care what party you're from. And I've said this, and you probably have said this also for years and years. Man, where's my taxpayer money going? You know what I mean? Where's it going? Well, now we're getting to find out. You know, you would see stuff being financed by the federal government for years, and you're like, I don't want my money going there. But I don't know. I mean, we can only sit back and watch, right? Are all these jobs going to be created? You know, you know, I don't want to work. It's not the job I want. Oh, by the way, they just put in a new building. They're hiring, you know, X amount of employees with benefits, with this, with that. With, why wouldn't you go take a job? Why wouldn't you go take a job? I don't know. Ah, where are we at? Tang, the black sheep of the family. Yeah. Uh, I've done long mining in the Gulf of Mexico. Go ahead, make stuff up, like air, make make that up. Not sure what you mean. Angelo, morning, Brian. Just scooter ride to Mall of Asia. My new ride, 100 km sunny. Now heading to Jollibee. When I was working in Dallas, Texas in 2017, I was paying for my apartment. 1,200 USD did not include water, electric, internet, food, gas, car payment, car insurance, cell phone bill, etc., etc. Yeah. Uh, the But isn't it like people? It's sort of like here. Filipinos think Americans are rich. They're rich. They're rich. They're rich. And I've explained to Filipinos, like, listen, yeah, if I was back in the States, 40, $50 an hour, yeah, if I took that 40 or $50 an hour, moved to the Philippines, yes, I'm rich. I'm rich. But you got to understand something. Back in America, car insurance, rent, electric, water, cell phone bills, internet bills, electric bills, food prices, gas is a lot more expensive. So if I'm bringing, say, 5 grand a month, but I'm putting out 4,500 a month in just bills and expenses, that leaves me with 500 US dollars a month, which is basically what most Filipinos make a month. You know what I mean? And taxes, Dan P, taxes, you're right. Just is. It just is. Um, but yeah, let me see. Let's copy. I don't know if anybody would like to join the live stream, but I'm going to put the link there. You know, I think too, a lot of times younger vloggers here in the Philippines. I'm talking like younger vloggers and travel vloggers and those that have the ability to travel around the wherever they want to go because they built themselves a nice living off of YouTube. Oh, by the way, those younger vloggers, I don't know if they're aware of this or not. I don't think some of them are because I've mentioned it to certain vloggers. I don't think they realize they get a 1099 from Google AdSense. And that 1099, you got to file your taxes. I don't think some of them realize that because I made a comment one time. And you know what the person said? We don't have to pay taxes on our Google money, on our YouTube money. I'm like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You know, they can run around thinking they don't. And maybe the federal government might not get you this year, next year, or following year. But eventually, they're going to send you a nice little letter saying, oh, by the way, you made this money and you didn't pay taxes on it. You owe the federal government taxes on this money. Some of them don't think Some of them don't think they have to, but I'm telling you right now, you do. You do. You get a 1099. But some of them run around and, they are living a nice life. They're traveling here, they're traveling here. They're living, I wouldn't say they're living a nice life, but they're enjoying life at a young age. They can travel here, travel here, travel here. They don't mind if they don't have air conditioning. They don't mind if they're just stuck in a room with a bed and there's a cockroaches running across. They don't mind, but they're enjoying their life, and good for them. Good for them. But I think sometimes I think sometimes they give a false dream to people also. I really do. Um, some people think, wow, this person can make a channel, I can make a channel, and I'm going to travel around and make a ton of money. It's rare. It's rare. It happens, but it's tough. Mike Early, hi, Philly from Alaska. How are you doing, Mike? Do you make a living on your channel at 100,000 plus subs? No. I make, let's put it this way. I make some money. All right. If I didn't have my pension from the state to live on, I couldn't live here. I couldn't live in the Philippines on the money I make. And some people think, you have all these subs. Subs is a number. Let's put it this way. Subs in the little YouTube plaque that they give you, hey, congratulations, you have 100,000 subs. You're like one of the rarest people. I forget what the number was. It was a crazy number of people that have YouTube channels. And the percentage was so small with the amount of YouTube channels that actually get the silver plaque. Which to me, after I think about it, yeah, it was great. Like, I strived to get that. I worked, I got that. I got the 100,000 subs. I got my plaque. I was happy. I was, glad I achieved that goal. But now that I think back and look at it, that plaque is trash. It doesn't help you make more money. It doesn't. You would think, all right, you achieved that. Now YouTube is going to push your videos because Google AdSense is making money off of you too, right? You would think they're going to push your videos out there. No, they don't. They don't. Now, there are people that have over 100,000 plus subs. They're making, they're getting, it's all about views. They're getting big views on every single video they put out. And they're making money. You can have 1 million subs, but if you only get 1,000 views, you ain't making shit. You ain't making money. It ain't happening. It's just not. But that's just the way it is. Views make money. Yeah. To me, if I'd rather have, say, 20,000 to say 40,000 subscribers, and have consistent 15, 20,000 views on each video I put out, over having over 100,000 subscribers. I'd take it in a heartbeat. I will take it in a heartbeat. That's where the money is. It's not in the amount of people you have. So yeah. How much does YouTube pay per 1,000 views? I'm thinking roughly 100, like $10 maybe. $10, something like that, give or take. You got to understand something. Depending on where the views are coming from. If I'm a huge vlogger here in the Philippines and my subscriber base is Filipinos, I'm not making money because it's running Filipino ads. Because people are searching your channel that live here in the Philippines, it's best to have an American-based subscribers, because Google AdSense pays more for the commercials you see on YouTube that are out of America, if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? 500K, you can do it if you can. You can be the creative and draw interest, because I think everyone can draw enormous viewerships with a very creative design. Yeah, there's people I've seen here. There's like a family. They came to the Philippines. I don't. They're not Filipino. They're Caucasian. I don't know if they're American, European, Canada. I just clicked on their channel because I'm like, wow, look at this, and good looking couple, have kids. Amazing editing. He must have gone to, some type of schooling for filmmaking. Very nice stuff. How does he have money? I don't know, but they travel around the Philippines. They probably homeschool their kids, and they're making good money, real good money. I don't know. I'm just me. Just me. Remember, I came from a working class family. I know it's like guy and his wife. Yeah, I know it's like guy and his wife. Is a guy and his wife? I think there's a guy and his wife. I think there's a guy, his wife, and kids. Let's know that. I don't know. To me, I'd rather watch. What do I want to watch? A family go out shopping and go out to eat and do different things. Like that's not what I like to watch. I like to see the Philippines. I can watch guys like a Finn Snow, becoming Filipino, that type of people, Critter Hunter, those that go out and actually explore the beauty of the Philippines. Now, they've been doing it for years, right? I'd rather watch that. To me, that's more beautiful than, all right, I'm taking my family. Here's the best one. American tries Jollibee in the Philippines for the first time. You know how many titles I've seen like that? David D. Hart, thank you, sir, for the super chat. 20 plus million migrants coming here in 4 years affect the job market. A bakery with 9,000 employees, only 350 show up for work, hiding from ICE. Yeah. And thank you, Samuel. How you doing, Samuel? Nothing wrong with being in America. There's nothing wrong with being in the Philippines. There's nothing wrong with being in Africa, Canada, wherever you want to be in this world. As long as you're there legally. There's steps you take to be in that place you want to be legally. That's all we're saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's all everybody is saying. If you're in the Philippines and you let your visa expire and expire and expire, and then you get caught and they kick you out, and now you're mad. Oh, yeah. You could stay here. There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to follow what's the laws of the country you're in, But hiding from ICE, that's a whole mess there, David. We all know that. It's a whole mess. And see what the future holds, right? Wait, I checked that channel you're saying about here. What channel is that? Hello, Brian. Enjoy watching your videos and Sweet Lutz videos. God bless you and your family from Kuya Bear. Kuya Bear, thank you, sir. And it's just like, we lived in the city for years, Luzon. And, now that we're out in the province, I like living out in the province. I like exploring. I like seeing things. I like traveling around, the beauty of the island, at different islands. the way the locals live, the way the Filipinos in the province live. I like seeing that. I like experiencing that. Um, I don't like watching videos of people like I don't know. To me, it doesn't. To me, it don't interest me anymore. Um, Watching people that live in a city. If I want to, I don't know. I don't know. I just complete. It's like I did a complete 180 moving out here, and it does have challenges. It does have difficulties. Um, but the things that I truly liked in the city, living in the city, which is food, you know what I mean? I still like a good hamburger. I still like a good piece of pie. I still like a good sushi. You know what I'm saying? I can find that here where we're at. I don't miss a mall. Malls were nice to walk around in and and look, but I don't miss it. I really don't miss it. And if you think about it, at least where I live back in America, um, really isn't no malls. You get the King of Prussia Mall. You have other small malls, but those mall days back in America are all over. Yeah, and a cheesecake. I got cheesecake here, but it don't taste like cheesecake from home. Um, I don't miss that. What do we have? Walmart's, Targets, Amazon. I can get all that here. Well, not Walmart, Target, Amazon, Lazada, Shopee. I can get that all here. You know. But yeah, I do miss good cheesecake. They make them here. They're okay. Here's the missing ingredients. I truly miss that Philly cheesesteak. Yeah, the real Philly cheesesteak, a good, authentic, delicious tasting Philly cheesesteak. Yeah, I miss that. I found that cheesesteak place here. It was good. It was good. Didn't have that Philly flavor, but it was good. Here's the difference. Here's a problem with the cheesecake here. All right. Back home, the cheesecakes I grew up, we use Philadelphia cream cheese. All right. Philadelphia cream cheese. That is the flavor that I'm used to. All right. Here they have cream cheese. I've seen it. All right. Big blocks of it. You can buy big blocks of it. And, but it just doesn't have that Philadelphia cream cheese flavor. Ah, yeah. I miss Shady Maple. Yeah, Shady Maple was one of those places. Shady Maple's a place down in Amish country. Uh, here's something funny. There's two towns in Amish country. One is called Blue Balls, PA. For real, look it up, search it. Blue Balls, PA, and Intercourse, PA. But there was a place called Shady Maple. Oh my God, smorgasbord. They did breakfast, lunch, dinner. And it was all made. It was all homemade, like food. Like when you got mashed potatoes, it wasn't instant mashed potatoes. These were handmade mashed potatoes. When you went there to the buffet line, if you wanted a pancake, it wasn't like pancakes stuffed in like a hot container. No, they made them fresh on the spot. Omelets, whatever you want. They would have steak nights. They would have seafood nights. Oh, this place was amazing. Shady Maple. Ah, best. Big grocery store. Oh, I'm getting hungry. When I was in the Philippines, I missed the beer back home. My Miller Lite. I no pork roll here, Victor C. Ain't happening. Have you seen the egg prices in the USA? Yeah. The other day, 130 pesos for a dozen eggs. So you're looking at maybe $2 and maybe, I don't know, little over $2 for a dozen eggs. Do I miss the beer back at home? No, you know what, Louis? I wasn't a big beer drinker. Um, yeah, I wasn't a big beer drinker. Still not a big beer drinker. So I don't miss the beer. I'm from the 215 Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Pat Waters Vlogs. I'm from the 215 Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm telling you, a place called Intercourse, a place called Blue Ball, right? Big Balls works for Elon. 3 dozen off my Amish lady off the farm. Yeah, you can roll through that Amish town near Lancaster area and all that, and cruise down the road, and they have these little shops, that you would just pull over and go in. They had the best pastries. Them Amish know how to cook. Oh, the best pastries, the best cinnamon rolls, the best whoopie pies. There's a thing called a whoopie pie. Uh, or what's another one? Like the best shoe fly pie. There's another one, shoe fly pie. That's a Pennsylvania Dutch pie. Funny cake. All kinds of caramel. Oh man, I've got my sweet tooth is going. Paradise, PA too. Yeah. To me, they could never duplicate the hoagie roll in the Midwest. Here's a question: what do you guys call it? Where I'm from, it's a hoagie, not a sub. It's a hoagie. What do you guys call it? Green Dragon, Brian. Root beer from scratch. Green Dragon, wasn't that the flea market? Moon pie. Okay, you call it a moon pie, whoopie pie. But let me know. Put it down below. Put it in the comments. Is it a hoagie? Is it a sub? What is it where you're from? Hoagie here. Yeah, hoagie. I want a hoagie. You can't get a good hoagie here in the Philippines, right? You tell them, Brian, a hoagie. We're going with hoagie. Subway. No, I want a hoagie way. Oh, Scrabble. Scrapple. Hoagie. Scrabble. Brittenham. Scrabble or scrapple? Scrapple. With a P. Scrapple. Scrapple was another thing. It's a Pennsylvania Dutch thing. I don't even know what's in it. But that's a breakfast thing. They call them sub rolls here in Missouri. Okay, but they still have the sub rolls. Wow. Pack of 18 eggs. Price was $12 in Southern California. What a rip. Subway subs. Wawa hoagie. Cheesecake Factory, a Mall of Asia. Wow. Subway is garbage. Morning, still in Shergal. Yes, we are still in Shergal. There's a Cheesecake Factory in Mall of Asia. Wow. Wawa's convenient. What is it? They what do you call them? I don't even know what you call them. I've always called them a 7-Eleven on steroids. You can go in, get coffee, get snacks, get sodas, get drinks, get gas. Convenience store. Would you call them a convenience store? But they made some good damn hoagies. Wawa. I can give them that. Submarine sandwich in USA. Chinese submarines thrown in the Philippines. There's another thing that we don't have on Sherga Island. We don't have Grab and we don't have Panda. Guys, can you hear the rain? We don't have Grab and Panda. Grab and Panda are food delivery services. Put an app on your phone, you order, they deliver it. Uh, but we don't have that. Some of these restaurants will deliver, though. They will. Wawa has Super Wawa now, twice the size. Cheesecake Factory prints money. I was in Honolulu last week, and they had a massive line to enter. Now, let me do something real quick here. Let me put the link down below if anybody wants to join the live stream. Feel free to hit that StreamYard link I just put in the room. Follow it. If you want to jump online and talk and let me know what you think. I ain't going anywhere. It's raining. Is there a Lala movie? I don't know what a Lala movie is. Oh, is there Lala Move? Lala Move. I don't know what that is. Uh, no one can make a decent pizza past the Mississippi. Yeah. Uh, 6 degrees in Oklahoma City right now. My balls are not hanging. Probably up in your throat, right? I think I've seen the Philadelphia news. It's cold in Philly too. Expecting a storm to come through. So yeah. Stardust, how are you doing, Stardust? Arturo, how are you, sir? How are things where you're at? Seaweed Hero, how are you? Sitting a lala, waiting for my yaya. Uh huh, uh huh, uh huh, uh huh. At another carrier service in Luzon Island. No one can make no one can make a decent pizza past the Western New York border. 10 degrees here. 10 here, due for Southwest Missouri. Only time I was in Missouri was at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. I'm good. It's 5:28 a.m. here, UK time. Awesome. 1:28 p.m. Philippines time. Seaweed here, watching from Santa Cruz, California. First time back here in 5 years. So many Santa Cruz in the Philippines, eh? Yeah. It's a lot of cruise. Santa Cruz, yeah. There's a lot of cruises. What's another one? Dela Cruz. There's certain names here. It just seems like it's sort of like an Amish community. You go to an Amish community, right? There's a lot of Yoders. Hello, my name is Jebediah Yoder. How you doing? Or Millers. Hello, my name is Jethro Miller. Miller and Yoder, right? Jersey Mike. Jersey Mike's. Even Buffalo pizzas are iffy. Jersey Mike's. Um, South Jersey or Philly is hoagie. I'm in Ohio, and they can even make one. We have Jersey Mike's, but it's a sad face smile. This, I've Jersey Mike's. I've seen commercials for Jersey Mike's. Yeah, not far from Fort Leonard Wood, getting hammered with snow. A sub-freezing here in North Carolina. Snowing now in Asheville. Coldest here in years. Hey, printed 3D. What's going on? Dude, not much. Chilling. Chilling. It's raining out. It's just raining. I don't know if Lut's still in the room or not, but like she was wanting to come from over in at her house down to the apartment, but it's raining. It's raining there too. I mean, she'll take public transportation to come all the way over here, but still, Jersey Mike subs. But isn't that channel? I can't find thousands. Jersey Mike's. Oh yeah. Hang on one second here. I gotta quick do something. All right, all right. GR isn't it like early morning, late at night? Where you're at? Seaweed Hero, Sherrigal Freediving, Sherrigal Crocodiles. Done both lately. No, haven't been able to get over to Santa Fe. Santa Fe? Oh, Del Carmen. Del Carmen. Haven't been able to get over there, but the rain. You know, you gotta like dodge the rain bullets. Free diving, I have no desire to free dive. Samuel Martin says, yeah, the American dream is a lie, a hoax, a joke, a myth, and as evil scheme. Nothing is real as it may seem. FK America. Samuel Martin, are you an American? That's what I got to ask you. Are you an American? Or are you a Canadian? All right. How about the Canadians? I wish I could find that video. I don't know if I can find this video, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Canadians, right? You know, we had the hockey game, the U.S. hockey up in Canada, and they were playing in Canada. U.S. hockey team was playing the Canadian team, and you know, the Canadians decided to boo the national anthem when it was being played. All right. Players weren't having that. Game started. They put a boot in their ass because it's the American way. Because Uncle Sam put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist. All right. None of that. We won. America won. But yeah. 11:30. Feel like, have you found a crocodile? No, Victor. I will definitely be looking, though. I will be looking. They actually said they want to start like something to do with going out in the evening, out in the mangrove forests, and doing like a crocodile type tourist thing. You know what I mean? As they said, the crocodiles come out at night. So do the freaks. The freaks come out at night. So they want to start something like that. We'll see. You know, probably do some boating thing, you know, and maybe with a light, see if they can shine, you know, the light, you know, the crocodile's eyes glow at night. That would be cool if they would do something like that. You know what I mean? Plus, when you're cruising through the mangrove forest, at least when we were going through the mangrove forest on the boat, you can see these little passageways that shot back in to the mangroves. I mean, you have your big open area that the boats travel through. But if you look, you could see these little passageways that shot back through. And see, that's where I would like to go, back through there. Because I'm sure that's where, there's no traffic, there's no human traffic through there. So I would say probably that's where your crocodiles are going to be. But I think it'd be cool if they offered some type of crocodile expedition. You know what I mean? Fine state of Canada. I'm just busting your balls. Not everybody. I'm not. I'm just. If you're from Canada, I'm just busting your balls. I don't dislike Canadians, or I mean, eventually it's going to be what, the 51st state. I'm just kidding, you guys from Canada. Just kidding. What do people really mean when they say the American dream is dead? Good question. All right, GR. Crocodile farms bad at night. They throw squatters and addicts in there at night. Those little pathways are where the critters go. You don't want to go there. Yeah, Dan, I do. That's the thing. I do want to go in through it. I'm not saying I'm going to go snorkeling or scuba diving through there. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do. That's what I like to do. Things like that. Things like that, or like, to me, are adrenaline rush. Like, going in there and exploring and all that. Yeah, if I tangle with a crocodile, yeah, I'm probably not going to, I'm probably not going to live to tell the tale. But then again, you could be swallowed by a whale on a kayak, all right, and live to tell the story. You guys see that? Wasn't that crazy? Wasn't that crazy? Now, here's what they say. They say a whale like that, all right, their throat is small. You know what I mean? Because I think they like, what are they taking, plankton? They don't take fish. They don't eat fish. So basically, what they said, the whale basically spit them out, like you got something caught in your throat and you cough it out. That's what the whale did. But wow, could you imagine that? Holy shit, that's crazy. War of 1812, Canada set fire to the White House, but we've been friends ever since, over 200 years ago of being allies. Yeah, you can bet your ass that if Canada becomes a 51st state, the first thing that will come under attack is our health care. Just saying. Yeah, Canada is still going to be Canada. Now that Trump that Canada after advance visits. Yeah, a lot of it is just chest beating. You know what I mean? A lot of it's chest beating. Come up the back water, it gets fun. The chicken choker. Uh, are crocodiles silent until it's too late? Yeah. Where are we at? Many whales eat tiny little creoles, micro shrimp. You're correct. Seaweed hero. Print 3D. I look forward to you and Let's Adventures this summer. I love all the private beaches and the cool locations you guys find. Guys, here's the thing. There are multiple islands around here. Multiple islands that we can go to, that we can check out, that we can visit, that we can explore. It's just not Sherga Island. There's many islands here in this area, like in the Del Norte area. The American dream is there for all if you work hard. You are correct, Arturo. You are so correct. It's the key word in Arturo's statement is if you work hard. That's the key word right there. It just is. Ah, Todd M says, like the most, like the Raymond, likely the fact most young Americans cannot afford the first home. At 400K and 20% down payment, they must save at least 80K. Not easy to do with inflation and salaries not keeping up with. I don't know. I'm not back in the States, so I don't know all that. But people are buying. I mean, people are still affording homes, right? I would think. Dave said, I saw the U.S. gave the Philippines $750 million recently. U.S. aid. I don't know. Don't know. I know they recently had a joint military exercise in the Philippines, and it was the biggest joint military exercise ever assembled in the Philippines with all the Philippines and the Philippine allies countries. They all came. It just wasn't like the U.S. and the Philippines or the U.S., Philippines, and Australia. It was a huge, huge military exercise. I forgot the town, but there was a place where the Japanese had a camp that had a swamp behind it. The arms and Phils attacked them. So they ran off into the swamps. They said you could hear the screams, the ants and Phils. Tuvir says 25% tariffs on Canada's aluminum and steel. 70% of aluminum used in the state comes from Canada. Didn't you know that? I don't want to get into politics, right? I don't want to get into the politics. And just sit back and watch. That's all we can do. Crocodile is an ambush predator you will never see. Can you get original Listerine mouthwash on Chergal? Hmm, good question. Haven't looked. Uh, I'm not. I haven't looked. I don't know. I didn't. I never looked. I'll have to look sometime. You know about the Listerine mouthwash? I remember when we were kids, we had Listerine mouthwash. Now this wasn't. This was the color that was just a plain looking color. It wasn't mint flavor, none of that. And I remember when we were kids, we would put it in our mouth, right? Swoosh it around. And we would see who could keep it in the mouth the longest. Because after a while, it like started really burning your mouth and stuff. You know, you'd spit it out. Um, Remember that? I know we were weird kids. Uh, PA SCI Greaterfort, which is no longer there. Brit Brittingham. It's no longer there. Well, the building's still there. It's still standing, rotten into the ground. But they built SCI Phoenix a few years back, and they moved everybody into the new SCI Phoenix. I think a 7% interest house loans now ballpark figure. The Squad Military Alliance exercise I read. Yes. Thank God I had that dream. I came to the USA without nobody, and now I'm 63 years old with a decent pension, thanks to my hard work and thanks to USA. Yeah. You know, those people that have come to the United States, even those that came over the past 4 years, that came into America legally, all right, they're looking for that American dream, right? And they will succeed. They will come in here. They will start at the bottom of the ladder, working their way up, maybe getting experience working for somebody, you know, learning that experience or learning that trade, learning that job, turning around, getting their first loan for a business, starting their first business or starting a business, growing their business, buying a home, raising a family, making money, sending their kids to college. That American dream is still there. It is still there. So for people to say, oh, the American dream is a lie, no, maybe you're just lying to yourself about thinking that that the American dream is a lie. You know, even though you're living that American dream. There's some people that have joined the room since I talked about it. There's people, I seen a video where it said, the American dream is a lie. And it was a couple of young vloggers that are American saying the title was The American Dream is a Lie. You're living the American dream. You have a YouTube channel. You're making a living off of YouTube. You're traveling around the countries. You're living here. You're doing this. You're doing that. That's an American dream. It's called Technology American Dream. But guys like Arturo, they came over here. And he made his dream come true. So when I hear like an American, living in another country, making money off of an American-based company, you're working for a company. It's called Google. It's called Google AdSense. They're paying you. You're self-employed with an American company called Google AdSense and YouTube. For you to say, oh, the American dream is a lie, that's an un-American statement. I don't like when people say that. I don't know. I've been here and I've talked to foreigners, Americans, and I don't ever think I ever heard an American foreigner say, like, you know what, I hate America. I hate America. I don't think I ever have. Now, we might dislike some of the things in America. Like, I dislike the things that go on in America on a government level. I don't hate America. I think America is beautiful. And this is my home. I'm in the Philippines, and this is my home. No, it isn't. You're visiting. Until your passport, or until you'll get a passport that says Philippine citizen. Your passport is a Philippine citizen. This ain't your home. You're visiting here. Your passport says visitor's visa. I'm a permanent resident, but I'm still not a full-time permanent. I'm a permanent resident, but I'm not a citizen. You don't understand what I'm saying? But I just don't like to hear that. The American dream is there. You know, it's there. You know, the one guy, he was saying how he lived in his car. You know, okay. McDonald's is hiring. Walmart's hiring. I don't want to work there. I'm not going to. You don't want to work. You know, that's all there is to it. So Listerine is bad for your gums. Just FYI. The average house price is 415,000. I think Todd M. You know what? I need 80K down payment. 415,000. I think that also depends on where you live, Todd. Right? 450,000. All right. California, I don't know. Hawaii, I don't know. But that house, that same house, you put it in another state somewhere, Mississippi, I don't know. I'm just saying Mississippi, Missouri, um, wherever, Montana. You know what I'm saying? That same house that's selling for 415,000 is going to sell for maybe half that price. It all depends on where you live. You know, yeah, you know, people can, you know, say, I'm making $50 an hour. All right, it's good money. Depends on where you live. It's $50 an hour going to allow you to live in like downtown New York City? No, it depends on where you live. Then again, if you're living in New York City, prices of things are more expensive. However, you're getting paid better money. You see what I'm saying? But that same house that's 415 might be cheaper from another in another, you know, state. Correction officer book about working in Sing Sing called New Jack. See that? No, I haven't seen that. Sorry, I'm behind. Where are we at here? The boomers messed it up for everyone over there in the U.S. Bought everything up. You talking about the baby boomers? The baby boomers. Well, the baby boomers now are the older ones, right? Right? They're the old people now. The baby boomers were the children of those that you know, when the World War II ended, the GIs came home, and boom, baby boomers. We have all these kids, right? Well, now a lot of them vets and a lot of those that fought in World War II are dying off. All right. So now the baby boomers, they're getting to the point where they're older, right? My mom is a baby boomer. What is she, in her late 70s now? You know? Where are we at? Many kids today have mommy and daddy handing them everything. They get a degree in underwater basket weaving and expect to start in the corner office with a six-figured salary. Yeah, I'm going to say this right now, and some of you, a lot of you guys are my age, right? It all went downhill when everybody started getting participation trophies, right? Oh, you did a good job. Here's a participation trophy. All right. Now, when I was growing up, I played sports. All right. I hated losing. What did that do to me? That made me want to strive to be harder, to work harder, to get better as a team and win. I wanted my team and team I was on to get that top trophy. I'd rather come in last place. This was my thinking. I'd rather come in last place and get a second place trophy. Second place trophy to me meant you're the first loser. You know what I mean? Or no, Yeah, you're the runner-up. No, you're not the first loser. Or the third place. Forget that. You know, um, that was just me. But then here's a trophy for competing. You did a good job, little Johnny. Even though your team got blown out in basketball, 100-5. All right, you still did a good job, Johnny. No, man, I wanted to. I didn't want. I didn't want to. I didn't want to have that feeling of defeat. So I worked hard, and I worked, you know, hard to not have that feeling anymore. Uh, there's so many ways to make money in the history of time. Where are we at here? I'm sorry. What about Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, right? Those are like wrestling. Rhodes, the American Dream. Now his kid is Dustin. Dusty? What's his kid's name? Can't even think of his kid's name, but he's the American Nightmare, right? We'll put this on a T-shirt, Dan. Right? If you don't get if you don't get kicked in the nuts a few times growing up, you'll always be terrified of getting kicked in the nuts. Cody Rhodes, there it is. Put that on a T-shirt. Caught up with you an hour and a half later. Cody Rhodes. Ricky USA, how are you doing, Ricky USA? Propaganda is what ruins us. Many people still think MSM news like CNN, Fox are accurate. This is the real problem is they are propaganda of billionaires that own those companies. Some people know this, and I truly believe it also. There are a handful of people that run this world. A handful. And those are the filthy, filthy, filthy rich. They run this world, period. If I'm filthy rich and I can buy out a news station or whatever and run whatever news I want to run on it, I can do it. It's a handful. Remember years ago, like Rockefellers, all them, who are the Carnegie, those that built America, they ran the world. Now you just have new players running the world. Kevin, hang on a second. Let me do something here. Big problem nowadays is that you can easily make 6 or 7 figures a year just by being an influencer or selling stuff online fans. Many young ones aren't used to even working anymore. I guess, see, some people think that YouTubing is not a job. I used to always like to hear this: get a job. YouTube's not a job. Get a job. It's a job. It's a job. Getting out there, filming, going home, editing, uploading, day in, day out. You know what makes it a job? This is how I can shut people up real quick. When you have a job, no matter what job you have in America, you pay taxes, right? I pay taxes on YouTube. If you have a YouTube channel, you're monetized. You pay taxes. You get a 1099 and you pay taxes. But yeah, there are people out there making big money off of YouTube, whatever, TikTok, Instagram. Yeah. But you know what? It's a different job that was opened up to the world. The internet, YouTube, it just was. I mean, jobs were created. Manual labor, you think about it. I mean, I said this earlier. I grew up in a working class family. We physically work with our hands, building stuff and all that. Nowadays, technology, completely different way of making money. Yes, Rothschilds. That was another one. DuPont. Well, I think DuPont. It's DuPont way back when. Ford, all them. Where are we at here? I love that you're smart. I had no idea you knew Philly. I'm impressed. I'm not that smart, trust me. I come from a working class family. I'm not that smart. You got your pee bucket there? No. Bathroom's over there, CR. Hello, Brian. Hope everything. I well. Big love here from Quezon City, and am from Denmark. Abu. Thank you for joining the live stream. How many are making that big kind of money? A handful in the world. You're right, Dan P. And like I said, a handful are running this world. You should look into taxes in USA are voluntary. Well, if that secret got out, I think no one would pay taxes, right? I've heard that too. I actually heard that. And when I heard it, I'm like, huh? That taxes are voluntary. What about Musk? He's a billionaire class. Yeah. Mark Davis, being an honest, good YouTuber who doesn't solely care about subs and views is rare, and you are a rarity. Wow. Thank you, Mark. I never, like people when I started out. Here's the one thing that I'm just talking. Here's the one thing I could never, I don't know, I could just never do it. You had people that for $25, $50, I will consult you on the Philippines, right? I'll consult you. If I'm going to go with a consultant, all right, first thing I'm going to say is, how many years you've been doing this? How many years you've been doing this job? Only a year? 6 months, 2 years, and I'm going to spend my money and you're going to consult me, and you've only been here in the Philippines 6 months, 1 year, 2 years? Nah, I'm not gonna give you my money. But there's a sucker born every day, right? A sucker born every day. I never did that. I just never thought it was right. I share my experience with people, my life with people, the ups and downs, the good, the bad. I can never do that. Same way with t-shirts. Um, you should sell t-shirts, sell t-shirts, sell t-shirts. I made t-shirts, and when I figured out how much it cost to send a t-shirt from the Philippines to the States, I'm like, no, I can't push that money. I can't push that expense off onto my subscribers. It's totally ridiculous. Now I could have probably had t-shirts made in the States, and then you'd have ordered through the States at a decent price and all that. I could have, but I don't know. Are people that desperate for money? Yeah, the extra money is nice on YouTube, but are you that desperate? I don't know. They have, yes. On, let's look. Hang on. I just couldn't. I mean, I share my experience. There's people out there that I'm going to teach you how to pick up a woman. Join my course for for $49.99 a month. I'll teach you how to pick up girls. Really? Really? Hang on. Take your $49.99 a month. Go see a therapist, because if you need somebody to teach you how to pick up a girl in the Philippines, I think it's up here. Why is it many people have guys have come to the Philippines? They didn't take no course. You know what I mean? Yet they're still picking up women. Go up to Angeles City. You know what? You can pick up all the girls you want. Take your little wallet. I'm gonna get my Velcro going. Open it up and pull out my pesos. All right. I had nothing in there. Pull out my pay. But I could never do that. I just could never do that to people. To me, I think it's just not right. But then again, I don't know. People, to each their own, I guess. If I'm going to put a course out and you're desperate enough to take that course, then okay, good for you, right? There's a lot of people in Club Fed that thought taxes are voluntary. You're correct. If you want a top quality vlog, you need to put a lot of time and effort into it. Hang on here a second. That's lit. Huh. She's saying it's raining real bad up at the house. Al Capone. Thought taxes were voluntary. Al Capone. Poor Al Capone. Poor Al Capone, our rooster that was killed, right? You miss Angeles? Nah. You reported it first. Walking Street is now Red Street. You are correct, Todd. I lead, others followed up there, huh? That's all I got to say. I said that. No, what was put out? It was put out by the mayor. What about year or so ago that they were going to turn Walking Street into what it's called Red Street. Uh, Restaurant Entertainment District. That's what somebody said Red Street means. Restaurant Entertainment District. Um, okay. But I said it and I will say it again. I will not be surprised at all if that area up there, that entertainment district area, all right, AKA, you can, like I said, you could put red lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig, right? We all know what goes on up in Angeles City at the Red Street, right? Everybody knows. I wouldn't be surprised within 5 years or so, the entertainment part of it will be gone. I just think it will. I just think it will. Um, that's just my thought. And other people think differently. First of all, you know how you can shut it down real quick. Um, and it never happened. Stop the Koreans from coming. Koreans run that. If the Koreans weren't there, it couldn't sustain itself. They're bringing the money. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. So Todd M, saying it right now, don't be surprised. um, Mark says, Brian, can I get a consultant on getting my Amazon Fire Stick to work here in CDO for a fee? Yeah, I can read barely. You're in CDO, Mark? CDO. Yeah. You said you were CDO, Kaga and Or. I have a friend that just moved there from the States. Fire Stick. Uh, Fire Stick. Search it on YouTube, Mark. That's how I did it. Uh, how to get free, how to download free apps, different things like that. Um, like I said, that's how I did it. Lucky Les in the Philippines. Good show. Thanks and cheers. Thank you, Les, for joining. It's time to end this live. And do what, Mike? Mike retired. And do what? I can't go anywhere. I'm going stir crazy. I could turn on my TV and watch some more TV, watch some more movies. Um, you have to load a VPN to get Fire Stick to work there. Depends, Todd. It depends. If I want to watch, there's an app I have downloaded called Philo TV, PHILO TV. I pay monthly for it. It's got every channel I like: History Channel, Learning Channel, Discovery Channel, you name it. It has what I want. All right. So in order to watch that, I have to have a VPN because it will recognize and it'll tell me it's currently not working because Philo TV is not available where you live. In other words, the Philippines. So I have to connect to my VPN, connect to, I use like a California VPN, area. And as soon as I do it, I can watch that Philo. But I can turn that off and I can still watch the other apps I have downloaded on my Fire Stick. I can still watch YouTube and other ones. But it depends on what you have downloaded on your Fire Stick. So yeah. Where are we at? The closing of Clark Air Base brought many disadvantages for Angeles City, Many things went down the drain after the Americans' withdrawal. Yeah, uh, but it rebuilt. It rebuilt it. Here's the thing: do you think that Angli City would have as many expats in it if they shut down, which I think they will in the future, if they shut down the Red Street? Do you think there'd be as many expats living there? Hang on. Uh, hey, good morning, Mike. Morning. No, good afternoon, Mike. Good afternoon. Um, do you think there'd be as many expats living there if the Red Street didn't exist? You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't know. If it didn't exist, I mean, you used to have malls. To me, I would think, I mean, you would still have malls. You would still have restaurants, good quality restaurants. You would have the airport. Um, but how many would leave or how many would not be there if it didn't exist? You know what I'm saying? Would there be a lot? Would there not be a lot? Who knows? Yeah, Ricky, you're probably right. Expats that are already there would stay, but a lot less new guys would retire there. Then again, Ricky, you have guys that have retired there for the red light district. They have retired there for the red light district. Everything else to them is just, it's great. I got a mall. I got restaurants to eat at. I got this. I got that. They've retired there for the red light district. All right. These guys are paying their way. Well, they're paying girls to, you know what I mean? What if they had to work for the girl? You know what I mean? Could they do it? Or they don't care. They're just having a good old time. You know what I'm saying? So would it empty out? Yeah, I think that those that would there are staying there. You have guys that they're married, they're happily married, they have kids, they're raising a family there, um, they're having a good time there, um, and they would probably just stay there. Instead of going to the girly bar to buy a girl. That's what they're doing. They're buying a girl. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not put a fancy word on it like bar fine. All right. They're buying a girl for sex. Um, and I love it. I love it. People hate it when I call it how it is. We all know it. Don't say that. Anyways, they would go to like other bars. You know what I mean? Like bars that play music and, entertainment. Like you got a lot of bars here. You can sit down, you can drink a beer, and you can listen to good music. What do you want? What do you want? Uh, Come on, let's not fight amongst each other. Come on, come on. Uh, DMP and printed 3D. Come on, let's call a truce. Let's call a truce. Everybody has their own opinion, their own thoughts. Um, yeah, you can sit here. What do you want? You want like a reggae music? Do you want, a band music? Do you want drums, and there's so many places here. There's clubs, there's DJs. You go to these clubs here, and I've been to clubs in Angeles City, like, I don't know, the 2 clubs that are there, or 3 clubs or whatever, which are basic. Some people go there, they have a good time, they dance. Other people are going there to pick up a girl, freelance girl, whatever. But you go to these clubs here, they are amazing. We got clubs here on this island. They have big foam parties once a week. Big foam parties. Once a month, they have full moon parties. Man, they got fireworks going. They've got at least 3 DJs, and they are cranking out the music. And it's all walks of life, from the younger ones to older ones, to the foreigners coming here, the Filipinos coming here. We have all that here. All right. You want to sit down? We have places here you can sit down and eat, get a nice meal while the band's playing. Could Red Street turn into something like that? You go in, you sit. But here's the thing. What are you going to look at? I'm going to go sit down at one of the restaurants on Red Street, enjoy a band playing, and look out at the street and watch people walk by. Who knows? Maybe it'll go to that. Who knows? All right. I love Block. All right. I will put this in the room. If anybody cares to join, one more time. Hang on. I got to hit the CR, but hang on. All right. When does the zip line open? I don't know. I know it was shut when we were up there. It's a pretty cool zip line. Goes down. It's not really even a zip line. Well, it is, and it is kind of like a zip line. It's more of like set up like a ski chairlift, right? I think you actually lay down, and but you don't like zip down. It's on a pulley system with a motor, so it takes you down, and it goes down pretty far. We will be checking it out once this rain stops. Goes down, turns around, and brings you back up. I don't know if it's open yet. That is north on the island here. There's a lot up there we want to look at. Tuk Tuk Falls is another one. Plus, there's little cool barangays up there I'm going to check out. But yeah. So, all right. 49ers also have 5 Super Bowls too. You are correct. You are correct, sir. Angeles has a thousand things to do. None of them are worldwide eye-opening. Yeah. You're right, Mark. San Francisco, 5. Cowboys, 5. Is it Steelers and New England with 6? All right. Philly only has 2. Just saying. Prostitution is the oldest profession in the world. If you do not allow it in one area, it will simply move to another area. High demand area. Correct. You are correct. And for real, for real, with this right here, all right, what you're looking at me on, whatever the device is, why do you got to go to a bar? Think about it. Why do you have to go to a bar? People can solicitate people right on this. And guess what? It cuts out the bar from taking the money from the girl because the bar's not using this. The girl's using this to make their money. Why does the bar get a piece of the money from this? All right. Well, we're giving them a place to work. Raise your beer prices. Make your money that way. Why are you making money off the girls? That's what it all comes down to. Right. The Raiders, I do think, have 4. You don't need Walking Street if you have a smartphone. Mike, you are so right. Let me tell you why. When we were in the lockdown, all right, I would hear guys that lived in the city there. So I'm getting laid like every day, right here. They're all on here. I just contact them every day. You don't need the bar is just a great place. It's sort of like going to a grocery store, right? Here's how I seen the Koreans in one of the clubs, not in Angeles City, but down in Porto Galera, right? They come walking in a bar. They come walking in like a bunch of chickens, right? They all sit down. Boom, sit down. The mama-san. Why do you need a mama-san? For what? Right? Mama-san parades the girls in front of them. They stand in front of them. That one. The rest, go away. All right? Hang on, Mike. Let me add you to the stage here. Go away. All right?
You don't need Walking Street. And quite frankly, what kills me, we were talking to a girl the other day. She was getting her nails done, where Arlene was getting her nails done, and she works at a bar. And I just asked her point blank. I said, "How much do you get paid? What do they pay you to boom boom? All right, how much of that goes in your pocket?" And I'm not going to say which bar she worked at, but she got almost half. Okay. Almost half, 50%. So the bar is making 50%. Okay. I got 3 single friends. You know, we have a lot of friends that are couples, but we have single friends too. None of them are paying that amount from the internet, from their smartphone. They're getting companionship for about a 20% discount from that. So I mean, it boils down to being able to spend your money wisely, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's not something that we do, but with all of that said, it's going to exist. It exists in America. It exists in, it's actually legal in Australia. Brothels are legal in Australia. Brothels are legal in the UK. or something like that. I mean, but there's a legal methodology too. I think they can only be, you have to be self-employed. I don't know. It's been a long time since I looked at it, but it's going to be around and it's not going to go away. And people need to get over it. That's just the way it is. However, I want to talk to you about another blogger. Did you see the news about Jungle Man Space Cowboy?
The only news I seen about him was a couple months ago when Kiki mentioned it, that he was sitting in the jail there. But beyond that, I don't know what's going on.
So Kiki put out a video this morning. He's been going to all these hearings that he's been having. And apparently the prosecutor keeps no showing. So, the right to a speedy trial is not being implemented.
Right.
But they met with the judge. So you should see his video. This guy, he's facing 15 years to life.
Space Cowboy.
Yes. 15 years to life.
You know what? I know somebody mentioned something about Jungle Man Space Cowboy. Jungle Man, in case most people may not know this, Jungle Man Space Cowboy was a vlogger in Angeles City. I ran into him a couple times. Kind of a strange guy, you know what I mean? He got caught with how many kilos of marijuana? 2 kilos of marijuana, right?
That's more than a casual user.
For casual use, I maybe can believe that. However, people were saying how true this story is. Like, he was selling it, and he was actually giving it to underage kids to sell for him because he knew the kids couldn't get busted. There's a lot of stories behind it, but they caught him, and he's sitting in jail. And I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see what happens.
If you play the game, you pay the price.
Well, sure.
I mean, that's just all there is to it. It's against the law, and if you risk whatever you risk, I mean, to me, it is just senseless to I don't know. I mean, I got a couple bottles of Jack Daniels in the kitchen. I can pretty well get snockered. Wouldn't need that.
Sure. But you know what? I have my own beliefs and my own thoughts on different things here in the Philippines. Why is one thing worse of a crime than another crime? Why would you sit in prison for 15 years to life from something that God put on this earth that grows from a seed? However, you get caught with something else, a man-made chemical substance. I can't say the word because, why is it that you could probably buy your way out, pay a fine, whatever? Why is that less of a crime than something that God put on this earth?
Hey, I don't make the rules.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
I don't make the rules. All right.
Prostitution's illegal too.
Yeah, it is. It is, but time for companionship is not illegal. Time for companionship is not illegal. So it's kind of like, if I
define companionship, though.
Companionship,
like going to Jollibee.
Sure. All right. And if on the way to Jollibee you see a dark spot and she's happy and you're happy, well, so be it. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of silly. I you know, I think that there are medicinal issues involved that should be paid attention to. Um, I mean, I know we're leaving Saturday for Thailand. All right. And I know soon as we hit the streets in the tourist areas, you'll smell it. It'll be all over.
Sure.
So,
Well, it's
how's
legal.
things going down there for you?
Besides the rain, it's good. Like it's just for the past couple days or so, just nonstop. Like it'll rain and it'll stop, and then it'll rain and it'll stop. I shot over here the other day to the apartment, and it just now Lut wants to come down. It's just been raining. Now she'll take public transportation. She could take a trike into town, then grab one of the little buses that run over here, then grab a trike to the house here. And they're not, they're enclosed trikes, and they're big. But she said, like, the road is just full of water.
Really?
Even here in Shagga Island, you can see, like, when it rains here, you can see water just sitting. Like, I always said, I don't think the infrastructure here can handle the massive amount of buildings that are being built here. Water's got to go somewhere. You move this chunk of land, well, water from that chunk of land's got to go somewhere else. We'll see. But it's good,
Good deal. Good deal.
But
so, it's
I mean, I have my eating places that I go to, and
it's funny. We haven't been to a bar in like a month. And the other night, a buddy of mine was leaving. So we decided, hey, you know what? We're going to go eat, and then we're going to go have a couple drinks.
Right.
So we go eat, we go have a couple drinks, and it's been what? Maybe Red Street's been completed for 45 days, 60 tops, right? And it's supposed to be no vendors, no, it's supposed to be all nice and set up. Every time I turned around, there's a guy selling Viagra, a guy selling Cialis, a guy selling this. And then we were out late, actually. And so we stopped at Pappy's Street Eats, or whatever it's called. And Arlene and I split a hot dog, a chili dog. And we had beggars coming up to us. And they're supposed to have stopped all of that. They're not going to, if they're not going to stop that, if they're not going to do something to improve it, it is going to be the same shithole it's always been.
Right. Yeah, I that's the tourist police. That's their job, right? Or do they say, that ain't my job? You know what I mean? It's got to be somebody's job from the city to get them vendors off the street. Like, no, get off the street. But then again, are they going to listen? What are you going to do? You're going to take a vendor and throw them in jail? You're not supposed to be. What are you going to take them back and lump them up? What are you going to do? But to me, that's just, and they're, as well as I do, they're very aggressive. Here, they'll walk by, and you don't have a ton of them. I understand they're trying to make a living, but here they'll like open up like something and show you like some jewelry, handmade jewelry or something. And all you got to do is, no, thank you. And boom, they keep walking. Like, they don't follow you down the beach. They don't follow you down the road. They don't do it. Once you tell them like no politely, they just keep going. But they're not aggressive. but they're everywhere. I mean, you got to understand they got to make money, but
Yeah.
that aggressiveness is just no. It's
I laughed my ass off. We were walking up towards the trike stand to catch trike to come home. And I saw some guy. I want to say he was Asian. Okay. He wasn't, he might have been Filipino, but he definitely needed a tan, but Asian. Okay. And there's a new bar, Luffy's or something like that. And he was like on the sidewalk, not in the street. And he holds up his phone and takes a picture. And the bouncer reached out and grabbed him and started to pull, and the guy's like, "What? Just screw off." You can't tell me what. I don't know what was going to happen. So it just never ends.
yeah. It's I don't know. It is what it is. It's its own monster.
It is.
You know. What? Why is it like Todd said? There's a police station right there. All right. You got these young kids, OJT, on job training stuff. I see them here. Like I see groups of them. You know what I mean? Traveling here. Why can't they take some of these kids and at night have them walk that walking street area and remove these vendors? Why is it at 5 o'clock police just don't exist? Why?
Oh,
That'd be a great job for them OJT kids.
But the tourist police are there. They just don't do anything.
And what are they there for?
I'm just saying. I mean, their presence. There's more tourist police now. There's actually, if you were at Tequila Reef and you went up the side street to get into Walking Street, they have a tourist police kiosk there now. Okay, so that's there. All right. They have a place in front of Lucifer's where they sit at. That's there now. They are up at the front of the street. They're up.
Right.
They're down at the end of the street. I dare say, more tourist police than a year ago. I don't know why. It seems like there's less people on Walking Street now than there was a year ago.
But do you think it's like that thinking of, you know what, we're all Filipinos. It doesn't matter if you're poor, you're rich, whatever. We're all Filipinos. And you know what? I understand your way of making money. So I just kind of look the other way because I know you're coming onto the street to make money to feed your family.
Probably.
Could be.
I give up trying to read other people's minds. Otherwise, I'd be rich by now. So I don't know. I really and truly don't.
Right. Damn beef. Filipinos aren't going to keep other Filipinos from eating. It's just not going to happen. I forget. There's a Filipino term I heard. I don't know if it was. I don't know if I heard it from down here or whatever it is. It was actually an older gentleman talking about the history of the Philippines. Mike, do you know where the Filipinos actually originated from? What area of Southeast Asia did the first person hop on a boat, paddle his way to the Philippines, say, all right, let's start colonizing here? You know where they came from?
I thought they came from Indonesia, Malaysia.
Taiwan.
Well, I know that there's Taiwan genetics in there. All right. You know what? I just don't know, Brian. I really and truly don't. I know that there's Taiwanese genetics, and Taiwanese. I don't think they've been around long enough to be anything other than Chinese. I mean, let's face it, that's where they came from. So, um, uh, I just don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I was watching this older Filipino gentleman talk about the history of the Philippines and the Philippine culture and everything. And there's a word that they use to basically, it bonds the Filipino people together. From, it doesn't matter if you're the last person far north, the last person far south, east, west, wherever. It's a word they use which basically is a bonding of the Filipino people. I forget what the word was. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's gone.
I got to run to the CR and take care of a couple of other things. You guys take care. Be good,
All right,
Brian.
Mike.
Hope the rain stops soon.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Thanks for joining. Enjoy your trip to Thailand, Mike. I know you're still here. So, anyways, guys, you know what? There were native Taiwanese before mainland China took over Taiwan. Yeah. Tom Jones. It's a sad reality not to eat. They should get subdivided from government instead of going. All right. All right, guys. I am going to wrap this one up. Very long. I think this might be the longest live stream I've done. Could be. It's up there. But anyways, guys, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for joining the live stream. And I haven't put out I haven't put out any videos in the past couple of days. It's just, what I'm going to show you rain. I'm going to show you rain. Raindrops are falling. Little get out there. Like, she'll go in between raindrops and stuff. Anyways, 24 hours, bro. I don't know how long you could do a live stream. It'd be like a filibuster, right? We can talk about for 24 hours, you know. But anyways, guys, thanks for joining the live stream. And I am here to tell you the American dream is still alive. It's not a lie. Don't believe people when they say it's a lie, because it's not a lie. You just got to go out and get it. Taiwanese has its own Aboriginals. That's true. Sting. The wrestler Sting. All right, guys. We shall talk to you later.